Hi guys, I'm Meg and I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit today about The Collaborator by Margaret Leroy. A few quick facts. Margaret Leroy studied music and then went to work in psychiatry and child protection, all before going into writing full time. She published her first book in 1999. A lot of her books have got two names. The Collaborator is actually one of those books. It is called The Collaborator in the UK and The Soldier's Wife in the US. Don't know why. Probably got to do with the sales and marketing. Things you may not know. As a child, Margaret Leroy wrote elaborate fantasy stories which she shared with nobody. By the age of 12, she stopped writing and only picked up writing again in her mid-20s. The Collaborator by Margaret Leroy. It is historical fiction. I read this book in April 2017. Actually, I finished it on the 29th of April. This book cost me 35 Rand, South African Rand, which is about $2 to $3. I read it in this form, paperback. I loved how torn Vivian was throughout the whole book. It was so real. What I hated how sad it was at the end. My favorite part. This must be the first time that Kirill went to Vivian's house. My first impression of the front cover, the title, and the back blurb. I really liked the cover. It interested me because it's not every day that you see a woman kissing a Nazi soldier when it comes to World War II historical fiction. I think normally people choose a side and they work from that side. So seeing that cover had me hooked from the get-go. The title, The Collaborator, I'm not sure if it's apt because I don't feel that Vivian collaborated with the Germans at all. Yes, she fell in love with the German soldier, but she never once took part in any German activities and she was against it. The back blurb sold me. Although I am a big fan of World War II fiction, so there wasn't much selling to do. The structure of the book is pretty interesting. The chapters are really short, which I love because it feels like you've got constant progress throughout reading the book. My initial reaction to the book, I was hooked. From the first sentence, I loved it. I couldn't put the book down. And actually, I find myself missing the characters now that I'm done with the book. My favorite quote or passage from this book must be... The world is full of terrible things. All you can do is be kind. How amazing is that? Themes that I found throughout this book: confliction within oneself. I think Vivian was conflicted throughout the book. Millie was conflicted as to what truth she should be telling when and to who. And Blanche was also conflicted, although I think she sorted out her confliction really early in the novel by choosing religion. The characters that I liked the most were definitely Vivian, and Millie, because she was honest and so innocent. I also liked Kirill and Max, the doctor. 3 words I would use to describe this book are conflict, doubt, survival. Who do I see playing the characters in a movie? Vivian is Kate Beckinsale. Gunther, Hugh Jackman. Max, Tom Hanks. Millie, Darby Camp, which is the little girl who played in Big Little Lies. Blanche, Chloe Grace Moritz. Evelyn, definitely Judi Dench. Johnny, a young Ryan Gosling. And Celeste, Bella Thorne. Did I know? Did I expect the ending? I didn't expect the ending at all. I was hopeful all the way up until the end. I was hoping for the best. How did I feel about the ending? I was shocked. But I did think it was a fantastic ending because it's exactly what the reader doesn't want to read, and it's exactly what the reader hopes will not be true. Why? Because We all like a happy ending, don't we? Overall, I found that the book was really emotional, especially towards the end when the war started taking its toll on the characters. The ending for me was extremely emotional and very, very sad. What I find missing in the story is that towards the end you actually don't find out what happens to some of the characters, in particular Vivian's friends, but I don't feel that that information is really needed either. So if you love World War II fiction and you're a woman, then you'd like this book. Also, if you like books like The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna and Lilac Girls by Martha Hall Kelly, this book over here is one you will love. My biggest takeaway from this book: humans will be humans. You cannot control who you love or how much you love them, but you can control your actions. And I think it takes an extremely strong person to be humane during tough times. And then just be kind. Last thoughts. I never wanted this book to end. I absolutely loved it. And I think sometimes as a reader, you can become so intertwined with the characters, which, I mean, that just tells me that this book was written really, really well. This is what happened with me. And I didn't want it to end. I felt like the characters were my friends. I felt like I was Vivian, which is really weird. But I loved the book. I really did. Rating, definitely a thumbs up. This book gets 2 thumbs up from me, and I would give it a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching this book review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like to see any of my other book reviews, I will leave a link down below. See you next time.